Hey, what's up? I'm Kantis Simmons, the academic guru, and welcome to Ask Kantis. This is my platform to help answer some of the questions that you have about academic success, school success, and life success. And in this episode, I have a question from a young man by the name of Mr. Muhammad. And actually, Muhammad is one of my subscribers on YouTube. So, Muhammad, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. He says, "Hi, Mr. Simmons. Thank you for all the great videos and advice." He says, "My name is Muhammad, and I'm really trying to finish school. I'm a returning student who is very close to finishing. However, I've been out of school for about 15 years. It's sad, but true. Life happened, marriage, family, child, job, and other responsibilities took hold. Now my son is grown, and I have a granddaughter. Plus, I'm now divorced and working a swing shift job. We rotate from month to month. I really want to finish my education, but find it very difficult with my rotating work schedule. What advice can you grant me? I'll be 49 years old next year, and I'm looking back at my school credits, and I only have about 6 classes left to finish. Help." Well, to Muhammad and to any other individual who is thinking about returning to school and you're having the questions of how can I balance life with school? Well, first of all, Muhammad, let me congratulate you on having a son and having a daughter and just raising your family, a granddaughter, and congratulations on that. Also want to commend you for continuing to bounce back even after a divorce and a marriage. I know that probably was a trying time for you as well. But I commend you for where you are right now. As a 49-year-old young man and you've been out of school for a while and you want to continue to invest in yourself, I commend you for that. So here's my advice for you. It all comes down to, number one, your goal and your time commitment. Your goal and your time commitment. Now, we'll see here that your goal is that you want to finish school. And the time commitment, we will have to work on that. So here's what I would advise you to do. It's all based on calculation. So, Muhammad, what I want you to do, I want you to take a piece of paper. I want you to really think about how much time you have. So everyone has 168 hours in a day. So Muhammad or anybody watching this video, write down 168. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't, I just wrote down 168. That represents the number of hours in a week. 24 hours in a day, right? Times 7 days a week, that's 168 hours. Now also, I want you to write down the number of hours that you potentially sleep a week. So to make this easy, let's say we have 7 days a week and we sleep about 7 to 8 hours a day, sometimes longer on the weekend. But let's round this number over to, let's say, 60 hours, okay? 60 hours of sleep per week. Write that number down. So take 168 for the week, subtract 60 hours. That's now going to leave you with 108 hours. 168 minus 60 hours of sleep. Now, Muhammad or anybody else watching this video, you're working a full-time job. How many hours do you work per week? How many hours are you actually there at your paid job? Now, let's say you're a full-time employee, so you're working approximately 40 hours per week. Now, take the 108 that you have left and subtract 40 hours from that. Now, based on my calculations, that's 68 hours left in your week. Now, we have sleep accounted for. We have work accounted for. Now, let's think about how many hours per day, per week, it takes you to travel back and forth to work. Now, I live in Atlanta and the commute is crazy here. So let's put an hour on the front end getting to work, an hour on the back end leaving work. That's 2 hours per day for 5 days. So let's take 10 hours. So now that is 58 hours left in the week. Now, we haven't put in eating. So let's say we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's say you spend about 2 hours eating per day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, multiplied by 7 days of the week. So that's 14 hours. Let's take 14 hours of eating, subtract that from 58, and we have 44 hours left in our week. Now, of course, Muhammad and anyone else, I haven't added into this time, free time, personal time, preparation time, bathing time. Okay, let's put an hour on both ends, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. So let's say that's 7 hours per week, okay? 44 minus 7 hours for bathing and prepping, that is 37 hours left. Let's stay right there, 37 hours left. Now you have 6 classes left to finish. Now 6 classes left to finish. Each of those classes may be a 3-credit course. So that's about 18 hours that you may have to complete school. 18 hours. Now let's say for 6 classes, 3 credits per class, that's 18 hours. Right now, we only have 37 hours left in our week. If you take all 6 classes, subtract it from 18, you will only have 15 hours left in your day. So what I would advise you to do is to break this up. You have 6 classes left. I may advise you to take 2 classes over the next 3 semesters. So these 2 classes times 3 hours would be 6 hours of class time. 2 classes, 3 hours a week, that's 6 hours. So if we go back to 37 and we subtract 6 hours of class time, so 37 minus the 6 hours of class time, that leaves you with 31 hours in your week. We subtracted out 6 hours of you being in the class. Now, Muhammad and anyone watching this video, you should study about 2 hours for every hour you're in the classroom. So if you're in the classroom 6 hours, to be successful in that class, you need about 12 hours outside the classroom for studying. So from our 31 hours, let's subtract 12 hours. We subtract 12 from 31, we have 19 hours left for life. Now, we haven't talked about free time. We haven't talked about spending time with your kids. We haven't talked about some other things that you have going on. But it can be done. So what you have to ask yourself, how many hours in a day do you have for work, sleep, driving, eating, family time? And how many hours can you actually spend in the classroom? And how many hours can you spend outside the classroom to get the job done? Now, Muhammad, the twist in this is you're on a swing shift. So that means sometimes you may work in the morning, sometimes you may work in the afternoon. How possible is it for you to enroll in an online class? Is that possible? If that's possible, that is a great opportunity for you to finish those classes. But at the end of the day, Muhammad and anyone else, you have to identify your goals and your time and look to see how practical, based on the numbers, because we all have time, it's all about how you manage the time. What do the numbers look like for you to be able to practically get the work done and do what needs to be done so you can succeed in school? Hopefully, Muhammad, that was helpful for you. If you want to have more conversation on that, just send me an email over at Kantis@KantisSimmons.com, and I will continue to assist you, Muhammad, there. Or just leave me a question. And if you're watching this video and you would love for me to answer a question, just ask Kantis, and I will be able to assist you. All you have to do is go to askkantis.com, enter your name and email address there, and leave me your question, and I'll shoot a personal video just for you to help you succeed in school and succeed in life. And remember this, there's only one game in life that counts, and that's your A game. Talk to you soon.